Thanks for stopping by at Twisted Art Designs. Today I wanted to review these Arrtx acrylic markers. They're 3mm and they are a round point. They're not a fine tip point, they're a rounded point like this. I'll show you what the tip looks like. Here are the colors and they are numbered. However, it doesn't come with a swatch sheet and it doesn't come with the actual name on the marker. So if you know me, I believe in swatching your art supplies. So I created a swatch sheet that'll be available in the Etsy shop if you want to swatch your markers, if you have these. And I gave them each a name. So the number is on the cap. So like this one is the Q03 and it's gold, metallic gold. So of course I put gold, but I gave them names based on what I thought the colors looked closely like. The numbers are on the box, so this is a swatch sheet on the box, but as it says, it's for reference only. And what I found is that the colors don't resemble what is on the box, what their swatch is. So it's best to swatch your own products. And I think that the thing I do most when I swatch art supplies, especially when they're new to me, is it gets you to know the art supply. So you get the feel for how to get it started, how to use it, the paint or ink is going to be like, what you're going to be able to use it mostly for in your artwork. So a swatch sheet helps you with that. Plus you have actual legitimate colors. So these are the paints when they dried, what they look like. I do like that this set has some skin tone type colors, so you could maybe do a little portrait, playing around with some little portraits with this, except that the tips are rounded, so they're not point tip, they're more like for coloring and things. And what I think I'm going to use these for, I love the colors and I'm going to use them in my art journals for lettering and borders and you know, doing bright kind of, if you put down a punched out circle of cardstock, you could go around it with a really bright color to make it pop. Because they are rounded tip like this, a 3mm rounded tip, they're going to be great for doing dots. So you can do a lot of nice little dot borders, and then you can make the dots bigger by just going in a circle. And the lighter you touch, you can make them smaller. So that's what you can do with that type of tip. So even though it's got a kind of a big tip and I'm used to something smaller, I'm still able to get a really fine dot. The paint flows very, very smoothly. So that I like. Look at that pretty and smooth that is. So for lettering on pages, I think they're going to be fabulous for lettering and making borders and things. So I received this set for my birthday. So this is just a review of what I think of the product, and what I like best about them are the colors. They're different than anything else that I have. I use Uniposca. I just got Shuttle Art from someone, Mimi, in my from my Amazon wish list, and those are a really fine point. I just did a video on those. They came with their own swatch sheets and names on the colors, but these are, I'd say that the Shuttle Art are a little bit better, but these colors are totally different than the Shuttle Art. So it's apples and oranges, and what I'm going to use these for, I'm going to love them. I can tell by how smooth they are and the nice colors. I put that this one was called a dark rose. That's the closest to red that they have. So I didn't call it red. I called it dark rose because the thing that I find is that a lot of these paint markers don't have a real true bright red. And this to me looks more like a rose color than a red. So that's what I chose to call it. And that's going to be the closest thing you can get to a red. As far as brown, I did name one of them brown, and it's this one right here. It sort of looks brown on camera, but in person it's almost a reddish brown. So there isn't a very good true brown in this set. The black and white are nice. The silver and gold are really nice. The fleshy tones are great. I love the bright yellows. Yellows are hard to get a really nice vibrant yellow. The greens are very natural looking. So it's pretty, and the colors are really pretty. So I think this is going to be fun to use these in my art journal. So if you are interested in the set, I have a link in the description box below. They want you to stand them up, and I've never seen that in all my years of doing art. I have all of my paint pens stored horizontally. They want you to store them vertically. I'm assuming if you store them horizontally, they may flood the tip and leak. That could be why they designed a little stand here for you to put them in and stand them up. So I thought that was kind of odd and interesting, because all the other companies like Uniposca, Molotow, just about every company that I've received a set from, if it doesn't specify, I email the company and say, how should these be stored? And every single paint pen has always been store them horizontally. So that's kind of interesting. So I'm going to store them vertically, standing up in their tray, and see how it goes as I use them. And I use them in my art journals and see how well they last, and how well, I know when they dry, the paint feels a little bit rough feeling, which is kind of interesting. It's not, it looks smooth and it goes on smooth, but when you feel it, it's got a really odd, kind of a little bit of a rough texture to it. So that's kind of strange. It does come with extra tips, so you get a bag of extra tips for them in case one of the tips frays, which I could see that maybe something that you might come across when you use these in your art journals. As I was swatching them, I could tell that those tips, the tips are not going to last very long, and you're probably going to use the replacement tips. So this will be fun to play around with in my art journals. And if you have the Arrtx set, this is the set of 36 colors, 36. If you have this set and you want to be able to swatch them, I've created this swatch sheet. So it's got the number, the name I created and came up with, and a place to swatch your colors. I always recommend you print swatch sheets onto cardstock, so that's what I did, or mixed media paper, instead of just regular copy paper. So I do these, then I put them in a sheet protector, put them in a notebook, and have them to refer to when I'm using the art supply. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you give these a try. They are beautiful colors, and especially for doing dot borders and lettering and things in your art journals, they're going to be really fun to use. So have a great day and go make some art, because arts is the heart.